The old Buzzbee blaster used to fire Buzzbee darts, which are a bit chunky, and that is why it is kind of. I need more coffee. Hello, and welcome to a special Christmas edition of Bloody Nerf Shop. Oh, it is so festive here. This is beautiful. Anyway, Mad Moules has been busy in the shed, and he has been tinkering with Buzzbee and BOOMco. Now, we all know the old Buzzbee blasters, like the double shot, hang on, yeah, we know this one. This one is the double shot, and is this one side by side, and there's another one. It is an over under. It's like this, and it takes shells, and it is good fun, but it is very soft, and the shells, they don't like the normal streamlines that everybody uses, and know that anything, and I can't do half dart or anything like that, or anything magic. And there's another one. This one. This is so cool. It's a lever action. It is before the Sentinels when it still has shells. It's got a big mag, and it takes this, but it looks big. And it even has a picture of the shells, which is cool. But like I said, the shells are a bit tricky and they're not very good, and you cannot get them now. And unless you print any shells, it is like expensive. Unless you get the Buzzbee one with the belt, and you chop off the belt and make loads and loads and loads and loads. It's more cost effective. Anyway. Okay, so this is the stock ammo on the shell of most of the old Buzzbees like that take shells. As you can see, it is a bit chunky. It is a little bit more chunky than a normal Nerf dart. But it's okay in a shell. Let me get you one with an egg shot. So you can see. So you can see that this is the one with an egg shot. There's not a very good seal on it at all. And in fact, when we did lots of chronoing, we did lots of figures of all the different things we could do. So in testing, we found out that if you put a Streamline, like a normal Nerf one, or a Waffle or Adventure Force or anybody, in a stock Buzzbee shell, it is terrible. It is worse than the Buzzbee. So we ended up doing other comparisons. We know there are other popular mods. This one, it's got brass in it. Oh, I love a bit of brass. The trouble with that brass is this is quite cost prohibitive. Brass is not cheap now, especially if you live somewhere where they don't sell this kind of brass. 1732nd brass. I am on the wrong side of the pond. Anyway, it would be nice to have this so you can 3D print it, so you can be anywhere in the world. Also, this is heavy. Those nice shell ejecting blasters, they don't chuck them very far. We need one a bit lighter. So, after much tinkering and fine-tuning, Mad Moules has made lots of different shells. This is Super X. Super X. Standard Streamline dart. Nice fit. On the Chrono, it comes out about as good as the brass ones. In fact, depending if you have a stock or modded Buzzbee blaster, you might even do better. We have one that we have made a few adjustments to, and we can get a bit of extra power thanks to less restrictive tube. I will explain later. So this is Super X. It is good, and it works in both types of double shot, and it works in the mag nicely for the rapid fire tech. It ejects them really well, feels really good. Then that Mad Moules has made the old Smokey Shell. There's like a little smokestack steam shell. Anyway, this longer shell is for a couple of good reasons. One of the limitations of having a shell blaster is sometimes don't get much air. You've got a lot of wasted thing. You haven't got much effective barrel. So we kind of tailored it a little bit, made it longer. It is longer than a Buzzbee Shell, but not too long, so it works really well in all of the blasters. But you have to be patient when ejecting it from the rapid fire tech, because it is about maxing out its ejection port. Anyway, with this one, you can use all your favorite Streamline darts, like we have Whistly Dart, Sticky Dart, Aku Strike, Adventure Force, fancy new X-Shot, the nice grey annoying, Nerf, and X-Shot. Now, for our testing, we used X-Shot for all of the different ones because because it has very good dart consistency between all the different ones, where sometimes you pick up stuff from the other brands and it can vary a little bit more, but we found X-Shot very, very consistent, so we like using it. So anyway, it is perfect for this. Now, besides increasing the effective barrel, which gives you a performance boost, it also means that is not much the dart. Rub. See, it is tricky to rub the dart out, whereas with the old shell, you get one. If you put it in your pocket or in a dump pouch, it will rub and pull, and then it look like it's in, but because there's only a little bit to engage at the bottom, it would not make a good seal and not shoot very well at all. If at all, it might just fall out and go, whoa! No good. So, this is a big advantage of having like a mostly shrouded one. But we made it so that it would be fine, so that things like Whistleys and other things that are a bit fatter on the top, they would be fine, and they would be nice and snug, and it would look really cool. So you could have like a whole dump pouch or pocket full of these, and you can just pull them out and put them in and load and fire and everything, and you don't have to worry about the ammo sort of becoming dislodged. Very nice. Okay, the next shell that Mad Moules has made is called Crazy Horse. There's a song. Crazy Horses. Anyway, it is for firing BOOMco. Oh, you thought we had finished with that BOOMco? No, we have not finished with that BOOMco. Look at this, it's magnificent. Okay, so it fits in the Buzzbee blasters, including the rapid fire tech. Yeah, it is, which you've got to get this length just right, and we can now fire BOOMco. And it is not bad. When you compare it to BOOMco, it is a bit tricky because BOOMco does not have like the same FPS as Nerf. It has got different speed, but then the straws fly different, and it's all good. So we chronoed a Buzzbee fast shot as well, so we can compare. BOOMco fast shot. It is the wrong one. Buzzbees and BOOMcos. I was like, whoa. Okay. Anyway, it is really good. But there was another way. Oh yeah! Look, this is Wild Bill. Wild Bill is a long, fully enclosed one. Oh, look at that. Oh. Anyway, this one. Oh no. This one is good. Really good. In fact, it is better than the BOOMco Far Shot. Quite a bit better. I think it's like 80 or something. It is loud for BOOMco. It is fast. It's really good. That is out of the modded one. The other one is good though. It's still better than it, but not as good as this. Really good. Anyway, we will have to get you the proper figures and we'll put it on a pretty picture on the screen so you can see. But we had to do a lot of chronoing and catching the shells and running around. Anyway, it's really good. And the good thing is that Mad Moules has said we are going to put all of these shells in the description for Thingiverse. So that means you can download them and you can make lots and lots and lots. We make ours in TPU, so they are strong and tough and last forever. You can make it in normal stuff, but it might go crunch like other shells do when you don't do TPU. And you have to be really good at setting up your whole tolerance for dart fit. So if you have your printer dialed in, it will be good. Anyway, check it out. The fancy picture. Okay, so first we have Buzzbee Shell and Buzzbee darts, the big chunky sticky dart. With a stock blaster we are only getting 40 FPS, but with a modded one we got about another 10 FPS, just because it's a slightly less restrictive air pipes inside. It's interesting, but still it's very slow. But it gets worse. When you put the normal Streamline style dart, even a nice consistent X-shot foam, it is not as designed for it. For the Buzzbees were designed for the Buzzbee ammo, and as a result, in the stock blaster you drop to 32 FPS. Oh, it is not good at all. And with the modded one you only get up to 41, so we're still super slow. Then we have the Buzzbee brass shell. We put brass in it, and then we started using X-shot darts for all those tests. And then we went up to 57, yay! With a stock blaster, and then a 67 with a modded one, and now we're starting to get a bit better. Yeah. Now, the whole point of the not having a brass one is because it's expensive and heavy, so it doesn't eject the same and blah 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 blah. So we use the Super X Mad Moules shells and X-shot darts, and we get 56 feet per second on the stock blaster, which is pretty much the same as the brass shell. It is good, yeah. And on the one that can breathe a bit better, we managed to get up to 71. Oh, now you're starting to get interested. Then we did Old Smokey. So the Old Smokey Moules shell, he with the X-shot on the stock blaster, 63. Oh yeah. But on the one that can breathe more, it can make use of that extra length of barrel even better. He got 80 as an average. Oh, a Buzzbee double shot shooting 80? Yes please. Then we have the crazy horse firing with the BOOMco. Now, the BOOMco darts out of the BOOMco Far Shot fired at about 61 feet per second, and it seems about right for comparing to some of the other blasters from BOOMco that we've seen. So, okay, Far Shot from BOOMco 61. Crazy horse with the BOOMco dart 59 in the stock blaster. Yay! That's not bad, it's about the same. Now, we try the modded one, and the modded one got 68, so it is definitely quite a bit more for as a percentage, but it flies nice. And then lastly we fired the Wild Bill with the BOOMco, so the full length one with the BOOMco, 57 with the stock blaster. So as you can see, the stock blaster has run out of puff, but there's less restrictive pipes in the modded blaster, mean that he went a bit faster, so he actually managed to get up to 75. Oh yeah, so they're really whizzing out. So that is really good. So besides the shells, you might want to look at what mod you can do to your blaster. I know some people, they don't crank it open for the shotguns to allow them to use that string, and that they have a pullback on the very end and you can use bigger springs and stuff. But if you want to keep it so you use the standard mech, there's only so far you can go before it goes wrong. So sometimes you have to look in the air pipes. Hang on a second. Okay, so we are looking in here, and inside here where you see the two outlets. Okay, we opened up the blaster and we took out the plastic piece that goes to the face of the back of the shells. We drilled it out a bit and we drilled out the other end, and then we used bigger rubber tube, not huge, but probably maybe double the size of the internal diameter, or double the volume cross-section area of the tube was probably bigger, but double that, which means you can breathe better and it is less restrictive. I know we are gambling with dead space, but it is only a bit more, but you can breathe better with a bigger pipe. And we can see that in the figures, because this is all we have done to the blaster. We haven't done anything else to the modded one. This is what we're doing, maybe, yeah? Yeah. Maybe we do mod guide one day. Let us know in the comments if you want to see. Oh, I almost forgot. You have the two Streamline dart shells, the Super X and the old Smokey. Of course you can fire half darts in those. So in the stock one we have 53, compared to when you use the full length is 56, so it's about the same. And on the modded blaster we had 61 and we had 67 with full length, so you can see it has a different effect as it pushes the dart out. But the old Smokey one, you find out that the longer barrel means the stock blaster runs out of puff. It comes out of 48, so it is actually slowing down. But on the modded one with more puff, it keeps going a bit better, so we actually get up to 71. So it is on a par with the full length ones for performance, which is good. So it proves about having it breathe better. You can make better use of an effective barrel by having the longer shell. One last thing. Whoa. Yeah. The Wild Bill shell is a super BOOMco shell. It's really good. It is okay in the two types of double shot, but doesn't really work very well if you have a rapid tech with a magazine. It goes in a magazine fine, but you'll have to tip the blaster on its side when you go to eject it, because it is so long it fills up the ejection port. Anyway, enjoy. We hope you enjoy all of the shells. I have one of them is rolled up. Anyway, we hope you enjoy all the shells. They are available on Thingiverse. Like, comment, subscribe. Thank you for watching, and Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. Have a lovely time. Goodbye.